Take a look at now is that we have some text and we have our image there, but we want to modify this a little bit. First, the text is pretty basic and it's kind of not big enough, and our image is sort of stretched. So what can we do in order to fix this? Well, we can use what we call modifiers. And modifiers can be found if we hit the plus. Modifiers are this icon right here. Okay, and the first thing that I want to do is I want to scale my image to fit. So if I scroll down, or you can come up here and type scale, and you'll see scale to fit. And this is the same thing that we kind of worked on Xcode with storyboard, where we kind of got our image to fit accordingly and not stretch. So in order to do this, let's just click and drag this over on top of our image. And as we let go, you'll see that the modifier, so modifiers always have a period, and then this is scale to fit, and then it has the parentheses. Modifiers always go under what it's modifying. Now, if we take a look here, it didn't do anything. And the reason is that we need one more actual rule in order for this scale to fit to work. We need to tell Xcode that this is resizable, that this image can be resized. So right under the image, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say dot resizable, and it pops up. Let's just hit enter, and I'll just do a tab just to keep this consistent here. And you'll now see that the image did get resized. So before you do the scale to fit, you do have to tell it that, hey, this is resizable and I want it scaled to fit. So now we can see that those changes have actually been made here. Now, one of the other things that we can do is we can change our text. So let's look at some modifiers for text. So right here on text, let me hit the plus. And we have modifiers for text. And I'm going to say one of the main modifiers is font. All right. And what we want to do is change the size. So font is one of those that can change the size of our font. You got a bunch. You got bold, font weight, all that stuff, italic. But I'm just going to click on font, and I'm going to drag this over onto my font, and I'm going to let go. And you can see automatically that this has gotten bigger. So what you get is dot font, and what it's doing is it's making this a title font, which is sort of a big title. Now if you want to see all the ones that are here, I'll just hit delete here, hit a period, and you can see that there are a bunch of different ones that you can actually use. So you got sub, headline, large title, but I'm just going to keep this title for now. And let's try a different one under this text. So right here, I'm going to go in, and I'm just going to use this with code. So I'm going to say dot font. All right. If you want to, you can use that. I'm going to say dot font, and then I'm going to say dot, and then I can say large title. So maybe I want this one to have a large title. And you can see that now that has worked here. Now, one of the other things that you can do is you can add padding to the whole actual V stack if you necessarily wanted to, where now really I don't actually really need padding because it's I've got a nice fluctuation of white space. But if you wanted to, let's say you wanted to add it to the whole V stack, I could come here and I could just say dot padding. You can see that. And you can see that now I have a little bit more white space, and it pretty much added it to every single aspect of my app. So now I have padding here, and it looks a lot better than it did